watches started. Get your timers going if you want. All right, cool. Hey everybody, it's Shannon from the Bridge. Cardio fitness today, 30 minutes, low impact, high intensity, super fun class for you today. Go ahead and start your timers, your watches, grab your water, and we're gonna get going here. So I'm gonna start my timer and we're gonna start jogging. So we're gonna do today our basic 7-minute warm up. Lots of like upper body movement, a little bit of lower body movement as well. And then we've got 3 circuits. So we were doing the other day, we were doing 30-second supersets. So we're still gonna do a superset, but we're just gonna do a regular time. We're not gonna bang those out. I'm only gonna do 2 rounds. So 3 circuits, and then we've got a core circuit, and we're gonna finish up with a 4-part cardio finisher. So a little strength, lots of cardio today, so good intensity. Hopefully you can peel some of those layers off and get a good sweat. So after this, we got our butt kickers, and we're gonna go overhead for 30 and then out front for 30. So just kind of getting the heart rate up, getting the body warmed up. 3, 2, 1. So butt kickers, right? So heels are coming to the toes, and we're just gonna push up overhead with those arms. Good stuff, right? So try to really warm up those shoulders. And if this doesn't work for you, you kind of do whatever you want with your arms. You want to push them back just from the elbows, get a little bit of triceps there. That's fine too. We can stay here for a minute. If you want a little higher impact, you can go higher and just run that out. All right, I'm gonna push forward now. So I'm gonna kind of, again, protract and retract through the chest. Upper arms, upper body, while we're getting those heels and quads and glutes all fired up. All right, after this, we're gonna do our hinge lunges. Forward steps, backward steps. We'll stay on one side for 30 seconds, and we'll go to the other side. I'm just gonna actually do a little triceps again, push down for the last few seconds. All right, so forward lunge, right, rear lunge. Right foot is going forwards and backwards, right? If you want to get a little rotation over each knee that is coming forward, go right ahead. Get a nice little thoracic twist. Move those arms. And try and stay as stable as you possibly can. Woo! All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to the other side. So my left is coming forward, and now it's going backwards. So again, we're just twisting forwards and backwards. Side to side, I should say, as I go forwards and backwards. Excellent. All right, from here, we're going to do a little upper body moves. Punches, then we're going to do some squats, and then we're going to do our big swimmer T arms, and then we're going to hit the deck. So we're going to do a little upper body work before we get back to our last 2 leg finishers. All right, so here we go. Alternating planks, right? Our alternating punches. We are in just sort of like a little rocking back and forth. My feet are planted, and I'm really just kind of punching from the chest, either side. 3, 2, 1. Let's get some squats, right? So up and down, nice. Sitting those hips back. Nice squats, knees behind the toes, right? And we just keep going. Squeeze your butt as you go down and come up. 20 seconds for each one of these little exercises gives us a whole minute and makes it fly even faster. All right, here we go. So T's, right? So up, out, down. Up, out, and down. Good. All right. Ooh, let's go the opposite way. Up, in, down. Up, in, down. Up, out, down. All right, cool. So let's go. We're going to hit the deck. Let's do some shoulder taps. So we're going to get these here for about 30 seconds. And then we're going to hit those mountain climbers. Then we're going to come up and we're going to do those side lunges. We're going to touch every part of this body. We want to warm it all up. All right, another 5 seconds here. Just keep the body nice and quiet with those shoulder taps. Let's ground those arms down and drive those knees. So drive them at your own pace. Honor where you are today. You feel like a rock star, you get it on, get going. All right. 15 more seconds here, and then like I said, we come up and we're gonna do our lateral lunges, toe taps. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, come up on my feet, and let's just kind of go outside to side. So big sweepy arms and legs out to the side. We want to drive our whole body over the knee and ankle, right? So that belly button is kind of going towards my thigh, and my knee and ankle are in alignment. Good job, everybody. Good job here. All right, keep going. We've got a minute and a half left of work for our warm-up, and then we go into our circuit to get things going with today's workout. All right, so just really try to load that hip. See how my knee, ankle, and hip are all in alignment. I'm not driving my knee. I'm not looking like this. No knees out. Right, I'm really sending that hip out. I was really good at hip checking when I was little. All right, here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go into our little fast feet, right? Those little fast feet huddles. All right, let's do this. And let's get those speed rounds. 3 of them, 7 seconds each. All right, this is our last exercise in this warm-up. So let's hit it. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. We got 2 more to go. So keep those fast feet moving. Little pitter patter, no jumping, just kind of like a little bounce on the balls of the toes. We got 1 more coming up here. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 7, 6, 5, 4. Pump those arms. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. We've got our last one coming up. It'll take us right into the break. I'm on my toes, so I'm getting a good calf workout. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Last one. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, that was a warm up if I ever saw one. All right, great job. Grab your water. Grab a sip. So, 3 supersets, 3 little circuits, 2 exercises each. We'll go 40, 20. So, first one, 2 shuffles. 1, 2, or you can go 1, 2, kind of like a little hop. In that 2 shuffle, you're gonna come down into your burpee, walk it up. And that's giving me a little bit of like maybe you can either do a hop or you can come to the toes. So 1, 2, walk it out, walk it in, and to the toes. Exercise number 2, we're gonna go a little reverse lunge taps. So nice and easy, or you can switch if you want for a little bit more, all right? We got about 7 seconds here to recover, and then we're going into our 2 shuffles to the side, burpee, come on up. Here we go. So you can just do steps, right? You can walk it out nice and easy, walk it in, and then come up to the toes, or give me a side shuffle, kind of really thrust it out, and then, right, walk it out, walk it in, and come just to the toes. Side shuffle for 2, sort of like a little scroll for 1, and back across the other side. All right, we got 10 seconds to go. Oops, I think I forgot my hop at the top. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, let's rest there. We got 20 seconds of rest, and we're gonna go into that reverse lunges, reverse starter lunges, right? So kind of like, almost like a genuflect. You're coming down, and then you can, again, switch nice and easy as you go, honor where you're at. Have fun. All right, so kind of opposite hand, touching the toe that's up forward. Right, I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see, right? And if you just want to walk it out, that's fine. But give me a little bit more of a torso hinge forward, back is flat, right? And we're touching for the opposite, reaching for the opposite toe from the hand. Right, and if you want, again, speed it up or slow it down. Really speed it up. Those are really gonna fry out your quads. All right, here we go. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. We only have 2 rounds of this, not 3. So that's the beauty part. All right, so we're back for our 2 shuffles and our burpee, or our swivel. It's really not a burpee. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we shuffle to the side, right? We're gonna walk it out, walk it in, and just come to the toes, nice and easy. Walk it out, walk it in. It makes it a lot less, obviously, impactful, meaning like, you know, hard on your joints. And a little bit easier on those muscles when we're kind of going for 40 seconds to take it low impact. So I'm not complaining. All right, we got 10 seconds to go here. Out and in, up to the toes. One more time, out, in, and to the toes, and let's rest. Whew. All right, last one in this circuit here. We've got those little reverse starter lunges. Oh yeah, definitely got that intensity going. Heart rate's up, hello. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So reverse lunge, right? Again, torso's a little bit more forward. And I'm reaching. So my belly button's kind of coming to my thigh. Kind of almost like you're starting a race, right? Like we're on the starting line, so that's kind of why I call them starter lunges. So it's a reverse lunge, but we're kind of bent more forward. Our weight is still in our glutes, in our heels, in our midfoot. So I'm feeling a lot of hamstring on this one, right up front. I'm really trying to keep my whole foot down and get even a little twist here. 3, 2, 1, and let's rest. Woo. All right, circuit 1, down. All right, awesome. So number 2, we're gonna go down to the mat. We're gonna hit some glute bridge marches. So we did some single leg glute bridges the other day. We're here, and we're gonna march, and that's exercise 1, and I'll get you number 2 in just a minute. So let's hit it 40 seconds. Get those hips up, keep them up, squeeze your butt. Core is drawn in, and I just want your shoulder blades, your head, and your triceps on the floor. The rest of your body is up, and we're marching. So you're driving those knees towards you, squeezing your butt every time, driving through the heels. Core's tight. We got about 10 more seconds here, so keep on going. Great work, great effort. Core is tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, so we're gonna flip it around and we're gonna hit some push-ups. So on the knees, right, give me a little push-up, then come up to a plank, out to a pike, and try to reach for your toe, for your knees or your calves. All right, so we're gonna start off, here we go, 40 seconds. A little push-up, come up, push into your feet, drive your butt up in the air, up to plank, right, so butt up, pike, touch those knees. So come down on the knees, push up, butt up in the pike, reach for the knees or the calves, or the knees or the shins, right, and just keep going, do your best, do the best that you can, and again, have fun with it, keep that core tight, try to work on your form. If you do 3, that's great. If you can do more, awesome, but at least you're trying. Good, and 3, 2, 1, let's rest. Whew. All right, we're gonna stay on the floor. We're gonna come back around for our glute bridge marches one more time. So maybe this time get your butt up a little higher, those hips up a little higher. Really dig your heels in and try and keep your core and your lower body nice and tight. So again, shoulders are pushing into the floor, my shoulders in my head, nice and flat. I've got my triceps on the ground, kind of like a holding tissue box, right? And I'm just driving my knee towards my chest each time. We're more than halfway there. Come on, keep those hips up. Squeeze your butt. Focus on that lower body. Put your energy down into your butt, into your hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. And rest. Grab a quick sip. We got one last circuit in this little group of work. So wide squat, narrow squat. I love this. If you have a kettlebell, grab it. So single, double, right? So it's almost like a narrow and a wide. It's a hip hinge, it's a swing, enjoy it, right? So narrow squat, swing, wide squat, swing. Narrow, I'm going to the other side. 5. So narrow, and again, if you've got dumbbells, kettlebells, you can do this with one arm. You can do it just a one arm swing. So I'm kind of narrow squat, and then I'm loading out to the side, right? Narrow squat, load out. Narrow, wide. It's awesome. I love this one. It's so fun. I feel this in my hamstrings. I know I'm getting my booty stronger. Grab that belly and tuck it in. Make sure it's nice and tight to the spine. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Last one in this full round of work we're going to do. A little hydrant kick. I love these. So nice good tabletop. Shoulders are over the wrists. Knees are underneath the hips. Lift and kick. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. 40 seconds of work. Lift and kick. We're staying on this one side. Keep that back nice and flat. You've got a band and you want to band those sides. Go for it. Hopefully, your hips are feeling this one. So I'm really opening up. I'm twisting my lower spine. Woo. Lift and kick with those heels. That's it. Keep that tummy tucked. That is going to help you with stability. Awesome. We've got less than 10 seconds. I got my foot flexed, so I'm really trying to drive with that heel. Woo. And rest. Wow, that was a good one. I really feel that. All right, so we're gonna come back up. We're gonna do a little squat swing. Again, if you've got kettlebells, doubles, a single, dumbbells, go for it. Light weights, keep it fun. It's kind of like a nice little melodic sort of swinging squat. Makes it more fun than a regular squat. Here we go. So out to load, in to narrow, out to wide. Yep, so I'm just kind of moving my arms. I don't have weights. I mean, I do, I've got a whole rack behind me, but I'm not using them for this particular exercise. So I just kind of want to show you that you can do this without any weight and still make it a great exercise. Again, I'm loading, so meaning my hips, knees, ankles are all in alignment. I'm trying to keep them all stacked over each other so that I really feel my hip when I load it right here. All right, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Nice. All right, so we've got our other side. I'm gonna face head on here so I can still see my clock. And we're gonna lift and kick on the opposite side that you just did. All right, here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. So flat back, you come into your nice tabletop. Shoulders are over the wrists. My knees are underneath my hips. So I'm really flat. You can sit a glass of wine on your back to start with. Whew. My hips are already fried. Feeling so good. And just kick. So I'm lifting like a hydrant and I'm kicking out. My foot is flexed. Yeah. When you flex that puppy, you're gonna feel that in your hand. Feels good. All right, 10 more seconds here. Come on, you got this. Woo-hoo. Kick it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, give yourself a nice little stretch. We have our 30-second rest here, and we're gonna go to core. So I'll walk you through our core exercises. 45, 20, or 45, 15. So a shorter amount of time for a rest. So hip dips, all right? So this one's a little tough. It takes a lot of upper body strength. If you just want to hold the plank, you can. Low plank, and I just want you to rock those hips side to side. Again, if this is too much, hold your hips in place. If you want to step out, that's okay too. Then we're gonna flip on over. We're gonna do our V hold with our crunch jacks. So we're gonna keep the legs out nice and wide. So legs are out, right, and we've got straight arms coming up and we'll roll up and crunch right through that V. And then our third one is going to be a side oblique crunch, right? So we're going to be on our side, and we're just going to crunch. So you're really going to feel this right here in that nice part of your hips, all right? So here we get going. Let's go hip dips. 3, 2, 1, let's hit it. We got 45 seconds. So you're in your low plank, right? And that low plank has got your shoulders over your elbows, forearms are on the floor, and my eyes are out in front on my thumbs. So you might want to just try to hold that plank and just baby rocks back and forth to start with. If it doesn't, if it's too hard to do a full dip to either side. 15 more seconds. Hang in there. But give it a shot, right? You want to try to keep that plank nice and flat and long. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo! All right. So that one takes a lot of core strength. It takes a lot of glute strength, a lot of upper body strength. Okay. So here we go. Be up, and let's get crunching. So legs are up, and I'm just gonna you can use a dumbbell here if you want. You can also use a band on your legs. If you wanted to have more resistance on pushing those legs out, you can certainly do that. You can have anything in your hands, your baby, your dog, your balls, or balls you have at home, whatever it is, dumbbells, kettlebells. Again, I'm not using anything just to show you body weight tool movement. My abs are getting fried here, people. All right, we got 10 seconds to go. Do your best. Push that low back into the floor. Protect it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Give yourself a nice little hug. We've got our last core exercise, and that's going to be our side oblique crunch. So I love this one, right? I'm kind of on my hip. Right elbow is underneath that shoulder, and I'm just going to drive my knee, and I'm going to bring my knee, I'm going to drive my elbow and bring my knees up. So they are one unit, right? My knees are nice and close together. Get going if you haven't started. I'm exhaling on that crunch, trying to stay in this plane of motion here, in this sort of frontal plane. So imagine I'm between two panes of glass, and I'm just sort of lifting my knees up to meet my elbows. 15 more seconds. Really feeling this again, right in this oblique spot. Ooh, right underneath my abs. I want to see that definition. Ooh, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, all right, fabulous. So we're back to our hip dips. All right, that was our 3 exercises for our core. We're back to our hip dips. Do the best that you can. Rock them nice and slow, or rock and roll if you can. So again, we want to keep that core nice and tight. That's the name of the game here. There's a lot of play in that back. So if this doesn't work for you, maybe just try to hold the plank. Just do little step outs. Really honor where you're at. If you're like, hey, my back's not feeling so good today, maybe just bypass some of this core, and you can just do like a child's pose or something that might feel better for you. All right, we have 10 more seconds here. We talk a lot, time goes by fast. All right, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo! All right, 2 more exercises left in our core circuit. V up crunch, so it's like a V leg hold with a crunch. But again, because our legs are up in the air, we want to make sure we protect that low back. Keep it flat, right? So I'm going to just push that low back into the floor every time. And I'm going to exhale when I come up. Inhale, exhale. That's it. Keep those feet nice and flexed, nice and flat for an extra hamstring stretch. And again, if you wanted something weighted in your hands or a band on your thigh right here to kind of help with that resistance and push it out. All good. Good in the hood. All right, we got about 10 seconds left to go here. Come on, keep crunching. Focus on that core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo, all right. Last exercise, I'm gonna flip it over to my other side for our oblique crunch. All right, I'm on my hips again, right? So the only thing coming off is sort of my knees. And here we go. So knees to elbows. Yep, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like a little pinch, like a little resistance, a little strain. That's good. We want to crunch those obliques. You got it. Inhale out. Or sorry, inhale out. Yep, exhale as you crunch. Reach and crunch and reach. So we're lengthening and contracting here, right? About 15 seconds left. Whew. Come on, you got this. Keep that elbow under the shoulder. Drive. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh. Oh, baby. All right, give yourself a nice little child's pose, a nice little stretch that back out. So we have our cardio finisher. 4 exercises, 2 rounds. All right, so I will walk through each one of them. So we're gonna do a little cross body punch, and then you're gonna come back for 2 knees, right? So it goes punch, knee, knee. And we'll stay on this one side for our first round. Number 2, we're gonna get those heels up again. So you're gonna go in, out, out. So in, out, right? So again, we're kind of moving, hopefully some core, little squat with a hip turn. So this is our 3rd exercise. Not too much, just a little bit of a pop. And our last one, we're gonna go 20 seconds each. So you're gonna go in, out, out, in, out, out. Then we're gonna go forward and back. All right, so just great cardio. We're coming up on our first round here. Let's get going with our cross body punch. So punch, knee, knee, right? Punch. We're going 40 seconds. Punch, knee, knee. We want to stay on this side. Punch, knee, knee. So turning my body, I'm pivoting, coming back and drawing that knee in for like a little crunch. Cross, knee, knee, and cross, knee, and knee. 15 seconds. Cross, knee, and knee. So cross, punch, knee, and knee. You got it. 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo! All right. 20 seconds of rest. We're going heel taps, right? So in, out, out. You can go as fast as you want or as slow. All right. Got a little bit of time. If you need a little kind of continuance, just jog a little bit, a little pop. Here we go. In, out, out. Right, so you want to go a little bit faster. In, out, out. In, out, out. So it's a little bit of coordination, but again, we are internally rotating, externally rotating those hips. This is awesome for hip health. Every month should be hip health month. All right, 15 seconds here. Come on. I did a double. Out. In, out, out. In, out. In, out, out. Woohoo! Come on, we got 3, 2, 1, and rest. Great job. Woo, all right. Take that 20-second rest. That one really got me fired up. And let me tell you, those hips, right? Get a little front hip stretch, a little lengthen. Whew. All right. So we're going squat with a hip turn. Squat, turn, squat, turn. If you want a little bit more juice, give me a hop, right? So get going. Again, squat and turn. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to touch the floor. We don't have to go down real far. And if it just works for you to kind of just pivot, make sure you pivot, right? So then there's no jumping, right? Then there's absolutely low impact, and we're just getting those hips to either side of the walls. Let's go, we got 12 seconds, come on. Hip turns, squat and turn, squat and turn. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's rest. Woo, good job. All right, last one. 20 seconds each way. We're gonna go in, out, out, in, out, out. First one, forward forward for 2 and back for 2. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. In, out, out. In, out, out. So the first 20 seconds are right here. Right? Not jumping. Nice little, kind of just like little fast footwork. Let's put it that way. All right, here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we go forwards and backwards. Up, up, back, back. Up, back, back. Move those arms. Come on, pump it. Woo. Let's go. 10 more seconds right here. So just a little baby on the walls of your feet. You're nice and light. Little baby kind of like pops. And rest. Woo. We just finished our last round 1 of our last cardio circuit. All right, we have 1 more round. 4 minutes of work. That is it. I promise. And we will go stretch quickly and get you out of here. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Cross body punch. I'm going left. I'm going to drive knees left, right? So I'm punching left, coming back, knee, knee. Punch left, knee, knee. Pivot punch, knee, knee. Pivot punch, knee, knee. Knee and knee. Got it. Punch. Got 15 seconds. Come on. Stay with me here. Punch, knee, and knee. 10. Really throw that punch. Come on. Throw it. And punch, and knee, right? Punch, knee, and knee. Punch 1 more. Good. And let's rest. All right. 3 more minutes of work. Woo. Heel taps, right? So in, out, out. Internal and external. This is the external. This is the internal. All right, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. In, out, out. Right, inside of the foot, outside, outside. So you go at your own pace. And if you really pick it up and jog, woo, that is a burner, y'all. In, out, out. In, out, out. All right. We got 15 seconds. Hang in there. 10. Woo-hoo. It's a little bit of coordination, but once you get that rhythm, you know when you know. All right, and rest. Great job. Well done. 2 more minutes of work. You've made it this far. Stay with me for the last 2. Here we go. Squat with our hip turns, right? So nice and easy. At the very least, just pivot your feet, hips to the either side of the wall. Here we go. So we'll squat, pivot to either side, right? And at the very most, I mean, you can totally, let's do like a full hip turn. Get those feet off the ground. That's your like higher impact. You can kind of marry the 2. Give me a little something in between. A little pop and hop. Squat, pop and hop. 10 more seconds. Come on. We got 1 more minute of work after this. And we stretch. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Last exercise of our workout today. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for staying here. All right, so in, out, out. For the first 20, the last 20, we've got forwards and backwards. All right, here we go. In, out, out. You can walk it, right? You can absolutely walk it. No running, no hopping. Keep it nice and low key, move those arms. So, whatever level you want to be at. It's the beauty part of fitness is you've got all these different like modifications in the same exercise. All right, let's go forwards and backwards. Right? Again, here's your low. Walk it out, forwards and backwards, almost like you're kind of going over and behind, just a lunge, right? Don't step on the crack, break your mother back kind of thing. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Whew. Excellent job. Let's stretch it out real quick. Get down on the floor, on your back. Drop those hips side to side. Here we go. Yep. Oh. hold it for a couple of seconds on either side. Give yourself a nice little hug with those hips. So bring in those knees, flatten the back. That is it. Nice. All right. So left ankle, right knee. Let's go to the left and we'll drop it to the right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Woo! 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so right ankle, left knee. Let's go to the right. Oh, stretch that out. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Drop it all the way over. Wow, and you can grab that top knee with your hand if you want, your opposite hand. Beautiful. All right, let's come on all the way up to our standing. Today, I think we'll just do like a quick, so cross over, left, right arm over, like a little ballerina. We are in our day dog position, perhaps. Awesome. Let's go left over right, left arm up, pulling by the right hand. Look underneath that armpit, push that hip out. Woo. All right. 3 down dogs, 3 cobras, 3 child's pose breaths. Here we go. All right, down dog, stretch our hands and our calf. We do a lot of good calf work and drop those hips, right? Head to the ceiling. Extend, really extend your chest and your head. Back up to the sky. Drop your hips down. Nice extension for that low back. Hips up last time. And then hips down. When your back is sore, I want you to look right and look left. These are great stretches. All right, 3 deep breaths. That's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you again soon.